Rather than and instead of are very similar, but rather than sounds more like you are making a choice or stating a preference, saying which thing you like or want more than the other thing. Instead of sounds more like you are substituting or replacing one thing with another thing, taking one thing out and putting another thing in. And it might not be because you like one thing more. It might just be because you can't do one thing, so you have to do the other thing. In many situations, you could use rather than or instead of, and they would mean basically the same thing. But today, we are going to look at some examples in which one of them clearly is a better choice than the other. The store didn't have chicken, so instead of buying chicken, I bought turkey. In that example, it makes more sense to use instead of, because I didn't want to buy turkey. My preference was for chicken. I only bought the turkey because they didn't have chicken. It started raining, so instead of going to the park, we saw a movie. And again, instead of is the better choice, because we are not talking about our preference, the thing that we liked, or the thing that we wanted. We are just talking about what happened. Would some native English speakers use rather than in those examples? Probably yes, because again, the difference between instead of and rather than is very small, and we often use them interchangeably. Now let's look at some examples where rather than is the better choice. She cares about learning English, but she loves shopping. So she decided to go shopping rather than go to class. In that situation, it's clear that she chose one thing because she liked it more than the other thing. So rather than is the better option. We can also say that we would rather do A than B, and this structure does not work with instead of. For example, I would rather cook dinner than pay for delivery. And again, that example is clearly about something that we want, that we like, or that we prefer. Also, there are other differences in sentence structure when using rather than versus instead of, but I didn't want this video to be too long or too complicated, so I've chosen not to talk about that today. But in the future, I'll probably make 2 more videos, one about rather than and one about instead of. And if I make those videos, I will go into more detail about sentence structure. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.